weebs. How many TF2 hours do I have? I have... Oh, 1744. Alright, we're not far.
17? No.
I don't play it that much anymore. Man.
There are still achievements that you're missing in that game?
Oh,
How
dude,
is
yeah,
that?
I don't play
redid
heavy.
Earth, and they made it, like, really hard. I've been on Earth for, like, 5 months or some shit, dude.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Venture capitalist.
On Earth? You can get off the planet?
Yeah, there's the Earth, there's Moon, there's Mars, and then there's, like, holiday events. And I, like, body all the holiday events, but it's crazy.
Yeah, but, like, do holiday events have fucking aliens?
Malians? No.
Aliens? They're just like enslaved race that are like postal workers. Nice to see you today, ma'am. Here is your paper and your tax return.
Same.
Juice gaming. Beep bop.
Beep boop.
Same.
It is a good day.
Same.
Nice
I
to
am
see
your
you.
Malian.
Hold on, let me
Nice.
get my treats. I will feed your dog.
My treats.
Yes, all postal workers are required to make special moments.
It's a Malian.
That's what a malian is.
I thought it was a dude alien who apparently worked
No,
for you.
I am
No,
a
he's just
postal
mailman.
worker. Somebody set my species free.
Fats has tricked his
We do
followers
not get
into...
breaks. They
Fats has
feed
tricked his
us.
followers.
They feed
That's
us.
all
Thinking I
he
run
posted.
this.
They
Don't
feed
run
us
this.
with the dog treats we give out to the dogs.
Please shut up.
Sam, I swear to
Somebody help us.
Malian is a character.
I am a malian. My real name is Gazor Kathar.
You were
My
gonna say
daughter is
Gazorb,
being
Azorb,
kept.
and that's Rick and Morty references.
It
and
almost
that's a
was.
lie.
My daughter is being held. I need her. They say if I deliver enough letters,
Oh
they will
my
set her
God.
free.
Free my mom.
Free
What?
me.
What are you talking about?
He's just
No
going
one
on
knows.
usual Sam rant. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Fine, I will do some work then. Welcome to Podcast Simulator. Beep boop. Alright, that's it. We're live for episode number 14 now, if you count the special ones as things, a Podcast Simulator. I'm your host, Smatter. I'm joined by Bazor Bathar. Beep. No, I'm not. He's not here anymore. Joined by Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker, say hello.
I don't even know what movies I'm in, man.
Wait, you mean everyone in which there's a black guy?
Alright, so I was in Bruce Almighty.
Yup.
I was in Rush Hour.
You're gonna be
Wasn't-
in Rogue One, you shitbag.
I was in Friday.
You're gonna be in Rogue One.
I was
Friday After Next?
the last Friday.
Cocoon? Cocoon 2?
What? I was
What?
in Anaconda with Jennifer Lopez.
Oh my god.
Okay, alright. Cyan, you're here. What's up?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, whoa, wow! I'm Cyan this week.
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
Juice Cyan.
Oh, I'm. Wow.
After the
This is
alien
new.
inhabited my brain, I think
Blurp.
I think it, like, brought it out.
Beep blurp.
And who's that last guy? Brandon, you're here.
Yeah.
Are you currently, adventuring?
Well,
Adventuring.
technically always. I'm always adventuring.
That's fun. It's a nice way to live your life.
Yeah, it's fine.
Retweeted by Earn Money Tweeting.
Wait, really? Oh my god, this is madness.
That's hilarious.
Alright, so before we get going, we have to do our usual tradition of a guided meditation. So,
Okay.
everybody, if you're an adventure capitalist, turn it off.
No.
If you're
He never turns it off.
If you're an alien about to deliver the mail, close your eyelids. Whatever you have on your appendages.
We have not eyelids.
And everybody else, just simply close your eyes. Imagine you are at the dentist's office. Cold air fills the room. You're lying in a chair waiting for your root canal. The dentist assistant comes in and says, "Hi, are you feeling okay today?" And you say, "Yes. Yes, I'm feeling great."
Don't put words in my mouth.
She turns around and she fumbles through the cabinets, and you get a nice look at her upskirt. It's pretty good for a dental assistant. She must be at least an 8 out of 10, you think, judging by the snatch alone. I can't believe I just said snatch alone. Anyway, She leaves, and the dentist comes in. He
Nice.
says, "How are you doing today?" And you said, "Well, I already answered this." And you say, "Good, though." And he goes, "Well, that wasn't me, all right? Don't get wise with me." And he said, "I wasn't getting wise with you." And then he says, "Yes, you were. You were getting wise with me. And also, you totally looked at my dental assistant's upskirt. Pretty nice, though. At least 8 out of 10. And you're like, "Yeah, I agree, but, like, how did you know all that?" And then he peels back his face, and he's an alien, and he eats you!
And he delivers your mail.
And then you wake up, and everything goes black, and you're here at the show. Welcome,
Open the inside of an alien.
Okay. I don't like the word snatch being used.
Why?
Okay?
Triggered.
What?
I don't like you putting words in my mouth. I don't like you assuming that I'm gonna stare at some fucking girl when she's helpless trying to fumble through some bullshit. I don't
She's
know, her
working.
job
She's
sucks.
not fumbling. Like, I mean,
You said she's
You
fumbling!
said fumbling.
I know, but like fumbling means she's rummaging through.
You could have said rummaging through.
But like she's
But you
clearly-
said fumbling like she was a dumb bitch.
I'm not. No, I didn't mean fumbling in the sense
Why
of like
would
the
we
fucking
look at dumb bitches?
floor's banana peels.
So not only am I a sexist, but I'm an asshole and I'm into dumb bitches.
Yeah,
like,
but-
fuck meditation.
But are you
fuck
the-
you.
The first 3 parts of that's definitely you in real life. You're not in the dumb bitches though.
I was about
But
to
you
say,
do
like,
hang
I'm
out
gonna
with
tell
Emoji
Kelsey.
a lot.
Yo, that's true. That's true.
Do hang out with Emoji and Dust a lot.
Ooh, Duff. Yeah, that's a weird one.
Secondly, welcome to the show, everyone.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Brandon, you must have felt really misled when you saw the movie Snatch, right? I like went into it expected something completely different.
Oh my god.
Just saying, not a single one.
I'm glad
I went to see that movie.
Not a Snatch alone.
Please stop. Is that the tagline for Snatch 2?
Snatch 2, Snatch alone.
No, not Snatch alone.
Oh.
Dumbass.
Alright,
Oh,
so
man.
for those of you who never tuned in before, we do a little bit of video game news nonsense and we fuck around. We haven't had an episode since the Smite World Championship episode. We did one remotely in a hotel room. That one's a little bit, we got a little crazy. Some
Little.
things
A
were
little.
said that everyone will not regret when they're running for office. Everyone was respectful to each other and other races and everyone's feelings. But now we're
I'm
officially
pretty sure-
back.
Most of us were like that.
This is the first time we've done it again on a Sunday. We're going to continue doing them on Sunday nights. We will continue to release special ones where we can. But we have to do something in this episode that we didn't do in the last episode, and that is talk about SWC. So let's do a little bit of a recap. Because
Okay.
were before at the onset of the previous podcast, we were on before. Nothing had happened, and we spent 10 minutes talking about Smite and the rest talking about, well, everything else.
Well, Cloud9 lost to Epsilon. Every other match was basically a stomp. Finals were easy game, easy life, as they like to say over in Europe. Shout outs to Epsilon for winning. And Xbox was won by Omega, who then denounced Xbox in front of the world. It was godlike.
You're praising him for denouncing Xbox?
That's his
Well,
new favorite player.
It's not that I think that it was right to denounce Xbox, but like they put Omega, who is actually the most BM person on the planet, in front of a whole bunch of people after he just stomped a team for $75,000. Like, of course he was going to say something ridiculous.
A tournament, not just a team. They came in with like a month of practice.
Yeah, dude,
and
not only did they win the $75,000 for the tournament, but they won $10,000 for the open bracket.
they got money from both.
That's what I'm
Wow.
saying. They actually made, listen to this, Omega made more money than Cloud9.
Oh,
It worked out.
That's a shame.
oh.
It's kind of funny.
Wait, do you think it was... Let's talk about how he denounced Xbox, right? Do you think that, like, players making, like, public accusations, things like that, and esports in general is holding esports back? Because,
No, people are people.
I know, but, like, don't you think
What's
that...
holding esports back is everyone keeps watching Smash Brothers and Nintendo doesn't care, and that's pretty much it.
Just
I
only
mean-
that every other esports affected by Nintendo.
Well, if you think about it, like Valve is finally putting money into Counter-Strike. Blizzard has like 11 fucking games that people are playing competitively. Then there's League of Legends, there's Smite, even fucking Rocket League is like somewhat relevant. Like, but one of the big issues is that we have really like importantly popular games like Smash Brothers that don't get paid attention to. Like everyone's like, oh my god, Nintendo's so helpful, they're so great. Like, dude, they brought you a few fucking setups and they gave you some staff. Like when they put $200,000 in a pot and say, yo kids, fight for this shit and make our game hype as fuck, like then Smash is an esport. But like otherwise, I think we're doing good. And even without Nintendo, Smash is doing godlike things, and a lot of that right now has to do with Slasher and ESPN.
Really? But you don't think that, like... So, to outsiders, right? To people who don't play video games or know anything about them, like esports is like, how is that a sport? Blah, blah, blah. I do not understand it. You know, they act like they're from another planet.
Millions.
But do you think, see, like professional sports, like the trash talking is pretty quiet. They're kept under wraps, and I think that like illegitimizes it. Some people are like, oh, they're just a bunch of kids who are talking shit, and for the most part, they are kids.
And I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm sorry, Brandon. I just want to say, professional hockey has people punching each other on live TV while the refs watch them.
I mean, that's
give
part
them
of it.
space
I mean, like,
to do it.
Public trash talking.
Yeah, see, like, all right, let's even veer away from the trash talk, and we'll look at football for a second. And they banned touchdown dances. Now, I can see banning celebrations that last longer than X amount of seconds, but, like, you get yard penalties for fucking dancing in the end zone after you made a godlike play. Have you ever considered what happens in football? If you make one tiny mistake, your lights go out. Like, plain and simple. It could be the end of your fucking career. So when you drive through these fucking gauntlet of gladiator bullshit motherfuckers, and you catch this one little tiny ball and then run it 100 yards, and you're not allowed to dance about it, like, who the fuck gives a shit about football? Like, how do you get excited when the players aren't allowed to get excited?
I'm not saying get excited. Like, I understand, like, that's kind of
But
a
I'm
weird
saying,
outlier.
like, they aren't allowed to shit talk. They're not even allowed to dance. They can't even do a backflip in the end zone without getting in trouble.
But you don't get football players out there denouncing the sport as, like, easy and bullshit publicly, because that shit's kept quiet.
Yes, they do. Oh, no, they're like,
do.
oh, yeah, we won that game for free, blah, blah, blah. That happens all the time.
What Sam's trying to say is they don't just say football as a whole, like Omega said, Xbox Smite as a whole.
Xbox
is
is
a
easy.
joke.
Like,
Yeah, I can
But
agree
don't
with that.
you think that makes this esport look a little bit less legitimate and maybe look bad to outsiders? Be like, oh, there's just a bunch of kids who are trash talking each other, like my fucking neighbor's kids in their basement, like just cursing and playing video games.
There's a reason there are two different tournaments, Sam. You got your Xbox kids and you got
yeah,
your
the
PC kids.
Xbox, in my opinion, was not an event that mattered.
Well, they still. Got
It was
lot
a
of money.
showcase, if anything.
When I was told that we were doing commentary for it, they told me that I wasn't doing any commentary for Xbox. That's how I know it wasn't important.
Oh, because you weren't involved.
Okay.
Ego Brandon.
That's like when my cousin
was
asked
like-
me to
that
be
was like-
group.
no,
Ego
seriously.
Brandon.
Brandon
Seriously,
wasn't also asked, so I knew it
actually-
was not important to go.
I said in the very beginning that we shouldn't have allowed anyone that played in Split 3 to play in the Xbox tournaments at all. That
Yep.
means no Shing, no Shadow Q, no one from Envy, no Omega. None of those people should have been allowed, in my opinion. Bart said to me, he's like, this is just like, we want our pros to be there so we can get some eyes on the Xbox scene. We don't care what happens. Like, he's like, we're going to put some money up. We're going to see how it goes. And I'm like, okay. I can get behind that. I think at first I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't believe you guys are doing this. This is stupid. You're all dumb. And then they're like, no, listen, we just want to get some eyes on Xbox. And then Omega did this thing. So I'm just kind of sitting here with my hands behind my head at this point. Like, it's all just, I'm not going to say it though. I'm just I just kind of smile and I point.
Just look at the team lineup they had in terms of quote unquote BM in Smite as a whole. You have Omega, the Lord of BM himself. Then you have his son, Weekend, right there. You always have Cyclone Spin, who hates everything. Allied was there, the dumbest person on the planet.
Stop.
Who won?
David's very nice.
David?
You guys don't call him that?
Chris, do you know David?
Oh my god.
I don't know damn David.
Mr.
Then
Hands.
you have like the nicest, the kid who just doesn't talk on the team would just be Kiki because he just doesn't know what to say. That would be mean.
So, I mean, I understand Hi-Rez's position in that situation, right? It's like, okay, we really want to grow this for money, right? But do we let these players in who will then stomp it, take all the money? But we need eyes on it. They'll drag.
Which is why
fair, though,
into season 3.
There's literally one Xbox player. Everyone else was PC. There's one kid that's relevant, and that's Transonics. He took second in the open bracket, only losing to Envy, and they played better than any of the teams on stage did, to be fair. They're a really good team. But he's the only kid that's an Xbox native. The kid has played PC, like, before Worlds, he played it literally one time, and it was during a tour of Hi-Rez that I was giving him when he came for the LAN. Homie didn't know how to back. He's like, how do I back? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, how do I back to the base? Like, what button is it? And he's just looking, and this was after he soloed TV.
That's kind of funny.
Fucking TV.
TV sucks.
What do you make of the sentiment of the Xbox community? Like, these PC guys came and ruined it.
Oh, I don't care about that at all.
Yeah, they shouldn't. It's not like it was a secret community.
At the end of the day, it's a competition, and if your argument is they had too much practice, well, fucking shut up. Like, get the fuck out of here. They had too much They've been playing longer than we have, right? And that's why they deserve all the fucking money.
My problem with that whole like people getting like salty about it is just because, well, you know, it wasn't like a secret thing or like it was a community for a long time and it was invaded. It was not an invaded community.
Right. It's just
another pick. It's an offshoot. It's an offshoot of the main event. And
they encouraged.
That's what it was treated as. That's what it was treated as at fucking Worlds. It's like, yo, all the cool stuff's done. Here's Xbox.
Yeah, they actually actively encouraged all of the PC players to, like, you know, they're doing the whole beta code giveaway on Twitter. Who's going to be following Smite people on Twitter if you're playing Smite? The PC people. So they wanted people to go over to the Xbox scene and help grow it.
I think it makes sense. I still think it was a bad idea. I think that if what we should have done was found a bunch of players from the Xbox who are marketable, and we should have just started pushing them, right? Like, Omega and Weekend didn't really help the Xbox viewership. The same people probably would have watched it regardless.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, they could have invested in the community that was
I think they've helped a bit.
A bit.
The fact that they had a branding as a team on Team Envy. There you go, all the Envy followers who are down to watch, you know, just Envy win something. Then you have the combined stream viewership of all of those streamers. Omega didn't really stream beforehand, but now...
No, he didn't. Yeah, now it would matter. Right now, Weekend's viewership was like 400 at the time. It's not relevant. Cyclone didn't stream. Only Allied really would have been worth anything.
No, Weekend.
Weekend was worth like 400 viewers, maybe.
No, Weekend did more than that.
No, not at the time. He was averaging 400. He's still only averaging like 600-700.
It's still more than me.
Well, yeah.
Racist.
A little bit.
Sorry, you got to do more movies, Forrest.
What's the movie coming out in? Star Wars 2.
Yup.
Revenge of the Jar Jar.
You're gonna get banned.
I really
Sith Jar.
I loved you in Fruitvale Station.
Sith Jar.
So what do we make of the Season 3 changes for Smite? So now that SWC is resolved, we're moving into a completely different game is what it appears like.
Okay, so can I do this before you go?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You will give a better in-depth one, and I'll just give a casual one. How's that?
Wait, can I give the casual one,
I'm
then?
still a better casual than you are, too.
Wait, can I please do casual? Wait, Fats, I'll do
good.
super casual noob, you'll do casual, and Brandon will do in-depth.
Okay, go ahead.
Everybody is getting CC'd, and, like, there's Japanese gods, and it's going to be really fun. They're Japanese on a Chinese map, but I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese, because I can't tell the difference on the map, because the thing commits seppuku, but it's, like, Chinese, and there's clouds, and I really love the new monsters, and I love the new Jap girl.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You can't say that.
You can't say that.
Why not?
You can't say the word Jap.
Sam.
Is that not a thing?
No.
Sam.
Oh, that was a thing in
you couldn't say the word. You couldn't say. You couldn't say the word Jap on Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast. That shit had asterisks. Like, you can't say that.
I think we've evolved past Phantasy Star Online, Brandon.
Why should we? It was great.
It was weebs. It was
You
weeb
can't
shit.
evolve past the future.
Only the fastest future. The farther future.
All right, Fats. Now you need to give a slightly more detailed version. Of
A
that,
slightly
casual.
more
Make sure to
detailed
include
version.
the phrase Jap girl.
No!
Sam.
Oh wait, you have to
stop
elaborate. So you have to say Japanese girl.
Yeah, that's the only way to say it.
Yeah, that's an elaboration. I
She's
set
a
you up.
goddess, not even a girl.
I set you up to elaborate, and Brandon will say a girl of Japanese descent. That's how it will work. I thought that's what
I'm
we
mad that
agreed
he
to.
did that. I'm mad that fucking worked.
It does work.
Anyway, you fucking moron. So with the changes to the map, being more open in jungle situations, moving around buffs, and the addition of little sliding minions near the fire giant, I would say
that's definitely bugs.
yeah, nah, they're meant to slide. They slide the fuck around. They have a party, and it's chalk axe and kill all three. But it for us casuals, it is Snowball City. Because you get ahead, and because the minions don't fucking hit towers, you don't have to give a shit about towers. You just go and you kill everybody. And if your jungler is Ao Kwong, you win the game.
And you got to say the phrase.
Oh, also, we have a new Japanese female.
You blew it, but okay.
I helped. It got farther.
You said female. Sounds like you were pandering.
What is pandering?
Like you want to get that ass.
Are you serious?
I think so.
Oh my god.
Please, Brandon, go further.
Help me.
So I have found a direct correlation trending upwards on both accounts to the direct player skill to how much they like the new active system. I have found that the casual audience, the super casual, I'm talking like below Fats level, like we're approaching like cyanide level randomness, right? Like those people love the actives, right? And then you go up a little bit and then they hate it, right?
Me.
But then after that, it gets better because there's a point where like, oh shit, I didn't know actives in the game. This is great. Oh shit, I don't know how to play Smite and I don't know how to actually juggle another resource because I just use this whenever I want because the cooldown was so low. And all the top players are kind of like, this new system is fucking great. The game feels brand new and I really feel like I'm more in control of the game than I was in Season 2, which was a shit show. The active change, in my opinion, has been perfect. At first, I was a little bit iffy. I thought that Creeping Curse and Shell were a little bit too strong at level 1, but now that I'm finding ways to exploit the use of these actives and like counteract afterwards, the game has become incredible.
What do you make of the beads? Bead change.
So it's 160 seconds now, which is pretty brutal, but like I'm down. Like I don't know why people were fucking excited about playing a 50-minute game where nobody ever died.
Right.
Like I had a 50-minute game today against, it was like, a 4Q plus a random plus against a 5Q. Right? And that game lasts 50 minutes, but it wasn't like we would go near the fire giant, no one would die, and then we'd wash, heal up, and try it again. It was, shit, both teams just lost 4 people, and neither one of the solos are going to go for the fire giant, right? So we'll try it again when everyone respawns. It felt crazy and hectic, and it was hard to juggle cooldowns, and it felt new and refreshing and fun. And it felt like a game that was a lot more suited to a higher level player base than it did before, which was just spam your fucking face in the keyboard and hope that the tank died.
Right, because longer trinket cooldowns mean you have to think about the skills you're casting. You have to think more. Do you not think that maybe, though, the trinket cooldown, beads in particular, is either too long a cooldown and that they didn't... you think that, one, do you think it was a too long a cooldown, and 2, do you think they need to take a look at some of the bigger CCs and ultimates and things like that to work around the beats cooldown?
I don't know. I think we're still too early in testing. Like, people are spamming my chat, like, when's the tier list? Like, dude, I have actually played, like, 15 gods since this map came out. Like, calm yourselves. It's too early to be making major balance changes. Now, if you want to say, like, hey, we should try taking 20 seconds off of beads, I can see that. Making it 140 seconds.
What about, like, tanks with, like, crazy ultimates, like Ares, for example? Like, with Ares with cooldown reduction can be pretty scary, and, like, I believe it's shorter than beads?
Good?
There's no need to have cooldown reduction.
But, like, too much.
No, but, like, for real, like, good. When was there a point where I was like, fuck, I'm scared of Ares? He's the god of war. He should be scaring people.
Right.
Yeah, so as a total casual, just a spectator, I like the beads change, because if you watch Smite, current Smite, before Season 3, anytime any CC happens, you just see beads, and the CC does almost nothing.
That's true.
It'd be like having Flash in League of Legends on like a 40-second cooldown
Precisely.
instead of a 5-minute cooldown. And so giving it a very long cooldown means that you can't just be out of position and then use your million mobility moves after beads to get out. You actually have to think about your position better. And if you get caught out, then you get pooped on, which is good. Like, get shit on for making a mistake instead of just, hop over a wall.
I like it. I mean, honestly, I like that. I like the new items. The game feels fresh, and it feels like this is the first time I have played Smite since probably 2013 where I thought to myself, my team comp fucking matters. Let's not just pick top tiers. Like, we did we did scrims against Envy on the first day, and they picked like really like intricate team comps, and we picked a bunch of like characters that we thought we would spread with, and we got bodied. 2 games in a row, we got fucking destroyed. And then we played a few members of Envy the next day, and it was much closer when we decided to put more things together. This was something that the pro players were talking about at the beginning of Season 2. It's like, oh my god, I think the team comps are like way more important now. You're not just banning top tiers. Like, they were wrong. I said they were wrong from the fucking beginning, and I hate them. Now is the first time that Smite has felt truly new since probably the original map change back like in Season 1.
They got rid of like all those like side jungles?
No, a little bit after that, when they like added the jungle into the game.
When it went from wow.
What happened?
That's even farther away.
Although I will say I was wrong about Arachne. I really thought she was going to be completely broken, and
she's not that good.
She's having some trouble. She's having some trouble. Bakasura, though.
I'm playing Baka solo again. I'm so happy.
All right.
Dude,
I'm so
Baka
happy.
fucks right now, man. Especially with
so
the
happy.
sprint being on a 2+ minute cooldown. Like,
That new stonecutter
so
item,
happy.
though.
oh yeah,
Dude,
stone cutting sword.
You know what build I'm running on Bakasura? For those of you who do play Smite and have looked at Season 3, I'll just give you what I'm playing Bakasura with. Because there's no real fear outside of certain gods who counterpick the character inherently, like Bellona. You just go Fatalis, and then you go Boots, and then you go Stonecutter Sword, and then you just don't give a shit.
Dude, Crusher.
Yeah, people were telling me to try that.
Crusher,
And
man.
then just push towers. Like, the major change, and I don't know if they're going to keep it this way, but remember, this is PTS Part 1. Remember this.
There's another big part, right?
Minions don't hit towers.
What do you mean?
Oh, no. Now they do, but they do, like, no damage.
They don't do no damage. They just do
No,
less
they
damage.
do no damage. They do
Fair
less than
enough.
no damage. I was just saying.
Does the damage scale with nearby gods or anything like that?
No.
No.
They just do
That's
nothing.
a little weird.
Well, on the first iteration before it went down for them to fix it, they actually did 0 damage.
Well, that was a bug.
Yeah, but now they do, like, 2? Maybe 2?
No. No,
1.5.
They hit the towers for a pretty normal amount of damage.
What is normal compared to Season 2 Smite, man?
Well, I mean, like, I think one round of attacks from a minion wave in Season 2 was like, let's see, 80 damage, whereas now I think it's like 50 or 60.
No, it's less than that.
Nah.
No, it's actually less than that.
There's no way to
I
know.
swear to you. I will tell you this. Like Brandon was saying, the game seems a lot more fresh and new, and my only fear is that it's going to be snowbally as hell.
See, I would much rather the game be snowbally as hell than that shit show of a tank meta that we had in Season 2.
They gotta
I
find
agree
the
with
sweet
that. I
spot
can agree
between
with that,
that.
but
They don't want long games. They don't want super short games. They
But
don't
let me
want
tell
the
you,
ability to not have
That is
comebacks.
that's why they split fucking health off a lot of protection items.
Every time that I've played against a relevant team, enough people on an enemy team who are decent players, the games were super competitive. They were like somewhere between 25 and 35 minutes, and they felt like you were
Season 3
fighting.
we're talking.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
previously it was just like, I'm just gonna sit in this fucking lane and farm until I'm 20 and then hope I never die. I mean, we had a game against I think like it was like the gist of the TSM roster, and Moji was like 0 and 8 as AMC because she was getting camped by Odin, right? And AMC can't do shit against Odin. But my tier got pretty big. He's really hard to kill with a proper build. Purified Soul got huge, and like he carried the game. Like, and then Moji got back into it and did some decent damage. Like, there's still enough room to come back. I mean, people are just like not used to it. And I really hope that Hi-Rez doesn't go to the Reddit and go to community and ask them for feedback, because none of these players are good enough to give feedback.
If the
Like
Reddit, if they went to the Reddit, you'd just be fired.
Like, but honestly though, like it doesn't make any sense that we ask these people who aren't good enough to give competitive feedback for competitive feedback. If they want to give casual feedback, that's fine. But these are the people saying that we shouldn't be catering to the casual player base, but with the active change, talking about how we should only be casting off of the the top players and everything like that. But the issue is these people that are giving the advice and saying this are not top players. And then they go on to give their opinion anyway. So they're completely contradicting their own point, because these fucking randoms are talking about how their opinions are important when they're saying that randoms' opinions aren't fucking important.
Well, that's Reddit in general.
No one's a random to themselves.
Sometimes
Like,
I look in the
I don't
mirror,
think
I don't
people
recognize
understand. Like, how many people do you think you meet on a daily basis are not the main character of their own life?
I'm not the main character.
Wait, so
I mean, like, I'm in
are you
Juice.
say-
I know I'm not the main character.
Are you
No. But of your own life.
I'm not the main character in my own life.
Who? Arden?
Who the hell is
Wait,
Odin?
so-
Oh, you my N-word? Yeah.
I was gonna say it. I didn't know how I felt though.
You could say N-word. That's his cat's name, N-word.
Yeah, settle down.
Men word? What's the men word?
Just
A
nice one.
resident
He
expert on men
Don't
word.
no, because this will be on the Reddit and he'll be in trouble.
No, please, Reddit, don't go there. So, do you think that there's what is there to watch? What are you concerned about? I know you're liking everything so far. What are you not liking? What do you see not working out, and what problems do you foresee?
I think that healing is in a weird spot, even with it being a weaker creeping curse. I feel like anti-healing is a little bit too strong right now. So characters like, I think, Aphrodite, characters like Ra, characters like Hell are not going to get a lot of love.
Hell is pretty out of luck. Like, SOL, Hell.
Yeah, I'm fine with her being gone, though, because, like...
She just stalled matches too much.
Yeah, it is boring. Maybe I'm not against healing now that I'm thinking about it. I just don't like having that option removed, but it really didn't feel balanced in Season 2.
I don't like one thing. I just don't like when you start a game and you don't start a game, but you start a season and you can automatically say who won't be played. That's an issue, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
You can look at it on paper and say, and then try it. Of course, you have to try it. Paper will only show you, and you can just say, level 1 creeping curse. How is Hell going to get to level 2?
Hell, Aphrodite, man, like poor girl. She's like probably bottom 5.
They're both probably bottom
Dude,
5.
Afro is bad right now.
What about as a support?
Bad.
I don't know, man. Supports feel good.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Supports-
maybe that's where she was supposed to be there, right? Wasn't she designed as a support?
It's hard to say.
Originally, she was because of her passive. I would say that, and in the kiss.
Well,
Yeah.
no, because originally when Aphrodite was put into the game, it was 2 and 2.
It was a different game. In that lane,
Right.
In that idea, she was basically a quote-unquote guardian because she was supporting, but she still did damage.
Right.
That's the difference between Aphrodite and being a guardian.
But
Except
I
guardians
think
still do damage.
I think her lack of mobility is going to hurt her. It was funny because of the jungle changes. I expected that characters without jumps and dashes were going to be inherently a bit stronger, and it seems to have been maybe even the opposite effect.
Because you can jump over smaller things.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't care about jumping over things. It's just like the inherent movement of team fights. Like Aphrodite with no beads, like your beads get caught, girl, you're done.
Girl, you.
If you even got
Sanctuary.
beads.
Sanctuary. Also, shouts to just Fenrir.
So I actually want to
Family
ask
Fox.
Brandon. I want to ask Brandon this. So one of the things that is really common in League of Legends right now is you pretty much have to take Flash. Like that's the meta.
Well,
game.
yeah.
That's
Would
always
you
been the
would
meta.
you see? Are there any actives right now in Smite that you'd say are close to that level? Because I don't think it's quite there.
Beads has all. I mean, I would say 2012 Aegis was the key, but 2013 after PAX East, I would say it was beads on three characters at least, maybe 4, sometimes 5. I mean, it's just important. As players got better at the game and they learned how to properly CC chain, beads became something necessary. I mean, in League of Legends, Flash, or a blink would be more important than beads because there's not as much CC. Every character
And
has
there's
CC
not
in this
as
game.
much movement.
Yeah, so Flash allows a lot of counterplay, just like beads did.
In a game like League of Legends, an
Flash is
isometric
also
MOBA,
versatile.
in an isometric MOBA where you don't have movement like you do in Smite, the full 3-dimensional movement that you're controlling completely, having that extra ability to just move is insane, which is why Cyan, I remember when we played League a while back, and I found out what the fuck a Yasuo was, and I wanted to quit and shoot myself in the face. Oh my god, it's a character. It's a Smite character in League of Legends.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of, yeah.
Hmm.
Not to
And it
mention
makes
his,
no
his
sense.
win wall.
It's a Smite character in League of Legends that says you don't do stuff. It stops you from doing shit. And I cried
But I mean,
in anger.
at the end, I mean, I think beads is a little over centralizing, but I don't think that's an inherent negative.
No, because it's like about timing and excellent and good use.
Yeah,
Right.
so my question now though is like with the increased cooldown on it, do you think like maybe you could take another one if you feel like you're not going to get good use out of it,
You're
or is
saying
it
double
still...
beads?
No, not a second beads. I mean, not taking it and taking a different active as a lower cooldown.
I don't know. I'm really enjoying this whole 4 people get beads and those same 4 people all pick up an aura. So it's like beads sprint, beads curse,
weakening.
beads
Or curse
shell,
now.
beads frenzy, right? Like I like that kind of stuff. Or you can have like frenzy and shell on one person and then let your mid get a sanctuary. Like this again goes back into the counterplay, and I felt like the tiers didn't allow us to do this as much because Girdle 1 wasn't nearly as strong as Frenzy, and you couldn't have your support not take Blink in certain points of the meta. Like, I like the fact that I'm building my items around my team now. The only thing I think I'm missing is there should be more aura items.
Really?
Okay.
I
Yeah,
believe
I
so.
think there should
I
always
love
be
aura
less.
items.
My philosophy on aura items is that like it's just uninteresting gameplay.
I can see that. If they get over centralizing, I see that.
Yeah, if you have too many aura items, it's like, okay, there's stat sticks.
But remember, in games like League or Dota, you are generally much closer to your team than you would be in Smite. It's very easy to get separated from your team in Smite and have that gold not be worth it anymore because you're only giving it to one person who's not taking damage.
Yeah, and you can counterbalance those items by giving the aura range a nerf without actually touching the aura, especially in Smite.
I just think it's uninteresting gameplay. That's all.
We just didn't we don't have any auras that matter.
Or even interesting auras. I mean, Pythags is the best one.
Oh, see, I think Runic Shield is the best one.
I'm saying in terms of
what are you talking about? The best aura item?
Yeah, like no interesting. I mean, like that's not just.
Oh, interesting.
Smatter, do you know Runic Shield?
What is it?
It's all enemies within 55 have their magical power reduced by 50 and attack speed reduced by 20%.
20%, 50 flat.
Yeah, so it's cool because if they have a Soul or a Chronos, it's an inherent counter item. But if they don't, and they're using someone like Alquang or they have like a Hades, it reduces their power while still reducing the attack speed of hunters, ensuring that you have some physical mitigation as well. It allows for a lot of counterplay and a lot of tricky pickups, but it's not an inherently strong item without the aura. It's 50 magical protection and 25 physical power. It can only really be picked up by warriors, so it's super niche.
Okay. I just think I would rather see more interesting, more interactive things. I like Pythags because it's it forces the ally to do something. You know, it benefits everyone when they're engaging with the item. Whereas just flat stats are okay.
Well, Pythags is just flat stats.
Yeah, I know, but it gives the lifesteal, right?
Yeah, but magical lifesteal is basically irrelevant.
Magical lifesteal isn't enough in this game.
All right, that's what I just.
There's only two characters really that use magical lifesteal in the game, and that's Freya and Anubis.
Okay, so there's a huge argument in chat about Scout right now. So let's talk about Scout.
What is
Scout? Briefly.
Scout is a new relic. It's also an old relic. We used to call it Providence. Yeah.
I remember that
dumb name.
Meta.
But Scout is cool because what it does is it places a sentry ward down. It has, I think, a 3-minute cooldown, or if you return to the base, the cooldown is refreshed instantly, but you can only have 2 wards on the map at any given time. So you can pick up Scout at level 1, put a ward down back, and then have the cooldown again and put another ward down for free. So you spend no money on wards.
I thought you could put 3 wards per person. You can only carry 2.
No, you can carry 3, you only place 2.
People say that's bad, I mean, over other combat ones and whatnot, but actually, if you think about the money you'd save, especially when you consider how many ganks you might avoid or something, it could be worth it in the right situation.
Right, but meditation is really strong now. So do you want to pick up a Scout and then not have Shell Med or Shell Frenzy or Shell Weakening or Shell Blink? These kinds of things are very important. And I feel like the warding isn't that big of an issue. I feel like Scout is in a really good place for some scenarios, but it's not an end-all be-all, which I think is good. The only relic I think that's bad right now, Wrath of the Gods is fucking useless, and Sunder is... Right now, Sunder is bad. And I think unchanged, if we leave it the way it is, in 6 months it will be picked up. I just don't think we're there yet.
Alright. So let's move on from Smite. We have a few more things we want to cover today.
Okay.
First, we talked about, a little bit earlier, about growing in esport. Blizzard's throwing $4 million at a Heroes of the Storm tournament.
That Activision money.
It's so obvious that it's a ploy. It's crazy. They're desperate to grow something out of it, and it is weirdly working. I mean, I've played the game a bunch, and I think it's certainly fun, but it's a
casual mess.
I joke that Xbox Smite is Smite underwater, but Heroes of the Storm is every MOBA underwater.
All right, so to start off, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything like that here, because I try to be indifferent and talk about things in an unbiased manner.
Do you?
A little bit. Just my personal biases. I don't toe the company line here, but Hi-Rez gave away more than $4 million in 2015 for Smite. I'm just saying, you're a year behind Blizzard and you're still not giving as much money.
Right. Does Blizzard... I don't know what the case is with this. The reason why people always compare this to League, too, it doesn't give out that much money even for Worlds. But then again, their players get salaries and all that, and it's a much more supported ecosystem. Does Blizzard do anything like that?
What do you mean?
Player salaries.
They don't even have a
league,
good draft
right?
interface right now.
Oh my god.
Or
They
an
don't have a
existent
draft interface?
No, that's who was it? Solid Jake was complaining earlier about how they don't have like an in-game draft option or something like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't he
game
from
is
Caster?
ass.
Like, okay, so if playing like League of Legends is like being a chef, then like playing Heroes of the Storm is having a playtest kitchen where the oven doesn't work.
I feel like Heroes of the Storm is not like I understand why Blizzard won't make it into an esport, but like the maps are all so like varied and different. They don't
And you
feel like
can't-
there's
can't-
Yeah, there's
thematic.
a Spooker
yeah.
Charm map. That's
There's
really
no
weird.
thematic consistency at all.
Oh, see, I don't mind that. I think the different maps are really cool, and that was something I was hoping Smite was going to do.
It's cool from a player perspective, like as a casual, if I want to play a game, like, oh, it's varied gameplay and it's a little different every time. But from a competitive standpoint, that makes like the meta
That's
and counter
true.
picking and like
Harder
the
to
map
watch.
selection and roster makes it harder to watch.
And
it
MOBAs
makes
are already hard to watch.
makes the
Yeah.
characters a lot harder to balance because some of them will be good on one and not on the other, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's Smite. Play Arena.
Just roll your
I
face
would-
around on the keyboard.
I want to see Omega play an arena tournament.
off wash.
I love the alien skin, by the way.
It's the Malian.
The Malians. I see there's a package for pickup. Where is it? You do not need to put a label. I have one.
No, but I've
Those of you who
played.
return
I've
something
played
know
a
what I'm
lot
talking
of
about.
Played a lot of Here's the Storm. I played with Sam a lot. I
Yeah.
played with Cyan. Played with a lot of
That's
people.
the origin of Go Deaf Frog.
Yeah, good times. But like, I don't see it as a fun competitive game because I don't see it as a fun casual game. Sadly,
I think it's fun
it has
casual
a
game.
huge. It is a huge good draw for those who are in the Blizzard universe right now.
Well,
know,
we're in the Blizzard universe right now.
Pretty much, you guys are all from the Blizzard universe.
Oh my god.
It's true.
You guys could name these characters faster than somebody who's played Xbox their whole life could.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's probably more fun for us. For someone who's you,
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you can name them faster than somebody who's played League of Legends only. Either way, you have a reason to care about these characters more than they play really fun. Like no Darius in League of Legends, he just does damage. He's cool. Let's just do some damage. Let's dunk on people's faces. And you go to you go to fucking Heroes of the Storm, and it's like, oh, I could be that one troll from the Netherlands region. Like, oh, cool.
stop.
I don't know what he is. I don't care. What? Oh, dwarf. Might be.
How did you confuse trolls and
That's
dwarves?
racist.
Got him.
Oh
Got
my
him. See how
God.
triggered you get, you blizz fucks?
Stop!
Fucking blizz
We're not
fucks.
blizz fucks.
You blizz fucks.
Fats, you just had a shitty upbringing that you didn't get to play anything in the Warcraft
I didn't have a
universe.
computer for a very long time, and when I did, I chose horrible, horrible games. Yes, I agree. But that doesn't change the fact that it's an easier draw for people who give a shit about what Blizzard has already made, more so than people who are jumping in now.
Fair.
Yeah.
Do we see this $4 million prize building it out more?
I mean, people will go for money. Especially people who might not have been successful in other games. So I guess that also helps. Like, I can't get into the LCS, but I can play this Blizzard tournament.
Yeah, I
but,
can play this. I can play fucking League underwater.
I mean, so if you throw money at something and people want the money, they're gonna try to get into that ecosystem because of the money, and that'll help build the ecosystems. That's just, that's just how you make your thing grow. As to the degree to which it does, I don't know. The game doesn't feel good to play. Like when you play League of Legends, Darius is a great example of this.
Yeah.
When you use his Q, his axe spin,
The spin
When that-
move feels so good.
when that hits, like the build up and then the hit, like it has like a sound when it hits, like it feels good to land that move, and your health goes up. When you're playing Heroes of the Storm, there is so little feedback on everything you do.
Yeah. That's
Like,
my biggest problem with it,
Like
honestly.
when I'm fighting against Illidan, I just see Illidan flying around me and my health goes away. I can't tell what he's actually doing.
The core difference in both of those is, at least at the level of competitiveness, is you play your lane in League of Legends, you win or you lose that lane, right?
Mhm.
In Heroes of the Storm, you fucking go to Mars and you come back and your whole team is level 20. You level up as a team, which I think is just terrible.
Yeah.
Competitively, it is terrible.
And it's
'Cause
capped
it's
about
like,
how far you
there's-
get ahead, right?
Yeah, there's no real super counterplay in it where it's like, oh, well, we lost here in bot lane, but my top one, and he can carry us because he built such and such and such, and he's this character.
The thing is, they can't even carry it because everyone's gonna just be as strong
Everyone's
as they
gonna be
are.
the same level and holding else together.
I mean, I do like the talent system. I do like the idea of leveling up and not having to buy items, but making interesting choices about your abilities. There's something there that we haven't seen in the MOBA genre, but it just doesn't feel good. You can't take advantages that well. It just doesn't feel right. And I think you hit the nail on the head. There's just no response. It's it's like slapping people with wet noodles.
What?
Noodles.
You're making pasta and you just
Why you gotta
pot
make this about tubes?
You grab the spaghetti and you just smack it at somebody. It doesn't feel good. Yeah, maybe you like spaghetti, but it doesn't feel good or satisfying. Actually, that probably would feel pretty funny if you managed to slap somebody with a fistful of spaghetti. Probably worth it.
Okay. Next topic.
Speaking of MOBAs, Paragon coming out soon.
Yeah.
I'm going to that event next week. Woo!
Yeah, you got one of the golden
they're
tickets,
flying
right?
Fats out to go play the fucking game for some streamer bullshit, and they haven't even let him play it yet. He's not even in the fucking beta.
Woo!
When is that coming out?
I don't know.
I don't
got
know.
a chance to play it. The NDA is super strong, and they already got mad at me on Twitter because I said that their employees were acting like a bunch of assholes. Dude,
Is that in the NDA that you can't talk about how their employees are assholes?
Well, they're like, you're almost breaking the NDA. I'm like, the fuck out of here.
No, they just got mad.
Dude, the one dude, no one's allowed to have clans yet, right? But anyone that works for Epic has an Epic clan tag, right?
Okay.
The dude was on my team, and we bodied. This game is free. You could always tell the people who just play games for fun versus anyone who's ever played a game seriously in their life because they're all in this game, and they always seem to be on opposite teams. And holy shit, they're so bad, right? But anyway, we body this team, and the Epic guys on my team. I don't care if they get mad. The fucking whole goal of the game is you kill the Nexus or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be, the Titan, the Nexus. You kill the thing.
Typical MOBA.
Yeah, it's MOBA shit. You kill towers, you kill inhibitor, you kill the thing. We're killing the fucking, or not we. I am killing the thing. 3 of my teammates are dead. I'm killing the thing, and the Epic guy is standing past the Nexus, spawn camping them.
Okay.
Wow.
They're
Classy.
coming out of the spawn. And he's just insta-gibbing them because he's an assassin, and these players don't know what they're doing. They literally didn't even know how to buy items because it's a little convoluted right now because it's super early and there's not a great UI, which is fine. But he's sitting there fucking spawn camping them. I think the non-disclosure, because anytime you log into the game, you check their fucking emails, you go onto their websites that they made you go on, it's NDA, we'll kick you out of the beta, fuck you, right? The NDA has to be there because everyone who works there is just a fucking asshole and they don't want other people to know.
You just said that on the podcast. You're going to get another message.
Oh no, they're going to kick me out of the beta for the game I have no intention of playing.
Okay. Can you say this then? Is the game fun?
When you learn it, it's fun.
Conceptually, is it fun? I know it's the Smite territory.
If you play it for the first time and think to yourself, I'm going to play this one game and it's make or break right now, either I like it right now and I'll keep playing, or I don't like it and I'm not going to play again, odds are you're stopping.
Oof.
People
That's
like
no
me to
bueno.
give it a
It
chance.
took me probably 7 or 8 games to really get into it and understand the map and their different weird decisions. It feels like a very Dawngate-esque attempt, but without all the speed and fun.
Keyword
They'll learn
being
from it.
fun.
They'll learn from. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna be dmbrandon. I'll do it.
Make sure you
Let
tell
me
everyone
tell you,
with an
Fats,
epic.
if you can get through a whole game without saying the words, wow, this feels slow. If you can do the whole thing with that exact quote, you can even say other things. I got you a 5.
He's gonna
the
say
whole day or the whole game?
A whole game. A whole game. If you can
Just
get through,
one game?
that he's-
just get through one game and go. I'm sorry. You're within the first 3 going, wow, this feels slow.
All right.
If you can get through your first 3 games without saying, wow, this feels slow.
Now, he's-
I'm gonna play.
I
and
think
I'll
I know
text you as-
how he's gonna
I'll
say
text
it.
you right as soon as I say it.
Yo,
'cause I
all right,
feel like I'm gonna
real
say
quick.
it.
You don't have to give me the money if you fail this test, but I got you a 5 if you don't say it.
5 Fats. That's a lot
Honor,
of money.
Honor code, scouts bullshit. Let's go.
That's a
I
sub,
already,
Fats.
I already owe him $1 billion and my life and soul and my cat's
Oh
soul.
yeah, and he still has my mother.
Juicies. In this anime, he will be playing the role of Yusuke, and Sev is Kuwabara, and Cyan is not a character. But Juice Chris, however.
Yeah, wait, he's a side character. dmbrandon's the main character.
Yep. Moji is one of the pink hair dude.
No.
I don't know
Pink
what
hair
any of
dude.
this
No.
weeb shit is.
Who's pink
No.
hair dude?
No, Kurama, no.
No,
You
but who's
haven't-
pink hair dude?
Kurama.
Hold on, Sam.
Out
You
of
haven't
us.
seen Yu Yu Hakusho?
I've seen some of it when I was like 11, and then I, turned 12, and then I stopped.
Oh yeah, the usual.
The usual joke I always make when I talk about anime. I have seen a fair amount of it, but my child brain didn't retain it, and also my child brain was the only thing that could like it.
Triggered.
I'm sorry. I had a coworker try to convince me that there's a lot of good stories in anime. You just got to be open to it, and I am open to it. Except there's so many other real people stories I care about.
All
See,
right, well,
I'm the opposite, where all my friends are like, let's watch this anime every second of every day. I'm like, you guys really should just watch Game of Thrones.
I know, yeah. There's so many other good TV shows and things.
But people do the same thing. It's either they watch only anime or they only watch live action shows. You're limiting yourselves. Watch both. They're godlike. Everything is godlike.
So you're by Shoyuel. By
Salem is Kurama.
Sewell.
Okay.
Uh,
Salem is Kurama.
Stop! You're using those Japanese girl names.
Salem.
Oh God! You know how hard he had to try right there to
Salem?
not be racist.
Yeah.
Anyone who's watching the stream knows I tried really hard. I smiled before I said anything. Oh, Christ.
Salem.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't know Salem was a Japanese name.
It is, right?
That's racismo. No racismo on my salami.
Yeah. All right. Well, we had one more thing we wanted to cover here today, but I think we're running out of time. So
well, what's the thing?
let's post. You want to do it? I want to
What's
spend more time on this.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I want to do it next week.
Let's just do it. Let's just
I'm
go over
going
a
to
little
PAX, and Fats is going to
Oh yeah,
the
and I have
Miss
dinner.
Universe.
Yeah, okay.
PAX
All right,
and
let's do
Miss
it.
Universe.
Long episode. All right, let's go. So we're talking about Darkest Dungeon. It is out.
I don't know what the hell that is.
See, here you are. You don't fucking read any of the messages I sent
I
you.
read it, but I don't know what this game's
Do,
about.
do you
besides
need
I
me
actually-
to
I
send
just
a
played
Malian to deliver the information?
It's just about dying. Is that the whole
Aurelian?
concept?
She's not going to do that. She's so busy.
No, a Malian.
Oh, my fault.
Malian, please deliver. I am here with Darkest Dungeon. Beep bop.
Well, it is a RPG that's really difficult. I think Chris could speak to it a little better.
Yeah, I played a lot.
Explain the
of
premise of the game.
it. Okay, so you're in Lovecraftian-esque
Dark Dungeon.
town, yeah, where your previous family is completely fucked up and summoned all kinds of fucking horrors and shit into its estate, and you come and you try to clean it up. So you can recruit adventurers and send them into the dungeon and try to get them to come back with money. While they're in there, because it's all scary and shit, they get stressed out. So the objective is to try to not have them die, but they're going to die a lot.
Yeah.
And as they get stressed out, they will actually become that asshole on your Smite team who brings the rest of the team down by just shit-talking constantly.
It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, it's actually
But
amazing.
really frustrating. It's just as frustrating.
See,
Okay.
I like the game, but there's too many dice rolls for me, man. I can't do it.
Right.
It is very RNG heavy, and I mean, Brandon, you know me, I hate RNG. But it's a great stream game because you can rename everybody.
Yeah.
So,
Awful.
like,
Sounds
I'm not that streamer.
I am.
I'm not
That's
that streamer.
facts.
I'm not like, guys, if you don't,
Yeah, you don't
I'll
even talk to
name
your chat.
like,
Oh
as
yeah,
a-
because I do. No one does it for donations.
well, I mean,
Okay,
Brandon,
someone probably does, but we don't.
Brandon, you have too many people in your chat to do that kind of stuff now. Like, that would be really hard to
That's not
organize.
Brandon,
That's
You have
You know
like
how many
1,500
juice
people.
yeah,
lazy
now that
has
you're
to
a
do
big
it
streamer,
for
you're
him?
like everyone's
That's
dad
true.
who's got to work too much, and you don't go to their little league games, and you're like, "Hey, DM, how's it going?" And you're just like, "Fuck, I got ganked, fuck."
Just says.
And then they get mad and they go to the Reddit, and the Reddit's like, like what do teenagers like? Drugs and fucking jerking off a lot. That's what it is. You made the
my
Reddit out
God.
at night,
Sneaking out at night, doing drugs.
sneaking out to the Reddit.
I'm caught. I'm caught.
Just love us, Brandon. Just love us.
So what Sam wanted to get at, though, is this game was a Kickstarter game that eventually went into early access as the development was taking longer than they expected. So I believe this is actually a successful early access title. It just launched this week, by the way. So you should go check that out. I'd actually say it's worth your money. As long as you don't hate dice rolls, then you'll get good entertainment value out of it.
I mean, there's a lot of RNG, but I feel like the best the game is managing the RNG. I say this as somebody who hates random elements, but you could get completely boned and not have any healing capable people show up. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay,
what's happening to you right now? What are these
what
fucking
was
noise?
that?
This is the most you've ever emoted.
Let me explain how RNG this game is, Sam. Okay, so when you're about to die, when your character's at 0 health, they don't instantly die. They go to what's death's door. Which
Wait, hold on. Knock, knock.
It's death.
Knock, knock.
Who is there?
Chinese food.
Chinese
Oh,
food.
I'm
I
out.
didn't order you.
Open door.
Door's open.
I'm
Go
out.
on
Open
in.
door. Oh, no, it's death! Ah!
Ah, no.
Yeah, it was me. It's not Chinese food. You're just dead.
It's Hades. No. He's ganking me. No. He's broken.
my
Oh
God.
my God.
I do have egg rolls.
In hell.
Anyway.
Continue.
Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. when
Just don't say what that status effect is called, and I won't do it again.
Yeah, when you're almost dead, when you're at 0 health, you
Okay,
gain
alright.
additional stress, but any point of damage that you take, DOT or direct, has a chance to kill you, and it's a dice roll.
It's a chance to kill you?
Yeah,
What's the point of
when
an
you're at 0
HP
health.
bar?
So it's you'll have a 65% chance to not die while you're at 0 health, but every time you take damage, it could kill you, and if you get healed up off of it, then you can't die until you go back to
That's
0
like
health.
if you open the door, you might actually get Chinese food.
Or you might get a bullet.
So you can have times where your entire party will be at 0 health and just nothing is killing them, and then you'll have that time when the guy hits 0 health and then the next enemy swings at him and he's dead instantly.
Oh,
the
yeah.
game is super RNG.
You can
but
disable Death's Door, right?
no, you can disable corpses.
Corpses
That's completely
and heart attacks.
and heart attacks. Yeah, but the main core mechanic about Death's Door is that you don't always die, and it is very RNG. Now, the idea of the game is that you're supposed to have your people die a lot and have to retrain them constantly and de-stress them a lot. It's not supposed to be a game where you build up one a party member and then just
Yeah.
have them burn through it. It's supposed
That's
to be
what I'm
very easy to.
struggling with.
You're supposed to replace them a lot. I'm not sure if everyone's up for that kind of thing, but
I'm not.
yeah, that's not Brandon's thing at all.
I mean, if you invest early in the the stagecoach, you get more heroes every day. I do like that. As much as I want to just stick with my favorite occultist guy because he fucking throws out the tentacles. I know he's fucking doomed.
God, of course you would like the.
I love
Don't
him,
you play that girl who
and
has tentacles?
the plague guys. Girl with tentacles.
League of Legends.
Oh, allow? Yeah, fucking love her.
I knew it. Anyway.
So the game, I've been playing it a lot. I've had it for a day. I've been playing it a lot, mostly. I really like it. It is very, very impressive. It's also you still feel like you're accomplishing something, which is
You like that it's oppressive?
Yeah, I do. In the same way,
You're just giving back?
have you played Rogue Legacy?
Yes.
I have.
You know how you invest in your castle and you get better and better and you start to get further and further through the
Yeah.
castle, right?
Yeah.
It feels like that because even if your guys die, it's all right. Well, I walked away with something here.
Okay. Color me interested.
I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, it's I invest a lot of time into these characters and then I can't use them. That's just
right,
not me.
Right. But you have to get to the point where you invest enough in your base in your town before you can start equipping them heavily, and then it's just easy.
See,
Right.
I actually think it's funny that I like this game so much because I think one of the closest comparisons I can come up with for it is XCOM, where your guys in XCOM are supposed to be fairly expendable
can't
too.
play
But
that
I
game.
hate XCOM.
Why
I
do you hate it?
despise it.
Because 5% chance of headshot.
Yeah, because I'll have my guy in a perfect cover position, and then some Fire Emblem bullshit spawn happens across the map. The alien moves into the one square he can hit the guy with a 2% chance, and he kills him in one hit from full health. That kind of thing makes me actually want to check my computer out a window. I hate that.
My understanding of what do you call of that chance to just get gimped is you have to play it either one of two ways. You play run and gun and you get 100%, or you just hide and take it slow. I can't get into XCOM either. I say that I've tried so many times I just can't do it. But it's about managing it, and that's what Darkest Dungeon does. Although I like the theme of Darkest Dungeon way better.
I would say, yeah. I think one of the strongest elements of Darkest Dungeon, and this is so common of indie titles, is the narration. Like the
Yes.
thematic consistence of like the narration.
Yeah, how do we
like,
amp up our indie game?
just get a deep voiced guy to do ominous things with his voice constantly.
And then you love when it repeats.
I love Goop.
I love
You love Goop.
But
Can't stop loving Goop.
so as far as an early access game, it was a successful one. It was in early access for a while, but it was a mostly complete game when it did come out.
Why aren't we talking about the Royal Rumble?
What is that?
Nobody here watches wrestling
I watch
regularly
wrestling.
except
Okay.
for me.
During the Royal Rumble?
Okay, you watch
Wrestling.
you what we
Are you
call-
serious?
You what we call
That's
the,
why you're
the
not
monthly
talking so
viewer.
much.
You're
No,
just the
I'm
monthly viewer.
not watching it. I don't buy pay-per-views. Are you crazy? I'll watch the GIF.
The GIF of
The
the
GIF.
fight. Just let it load for 3 hours and then watch it. You can't even pause
Give
it.
the entire fight.
Oh god.
Terrible. Anyway, wrestling's cool. So what are you saying, Sam?
All right, so now we're just gonna talk about wrestling for the rest of this, right?
I would be okay with that.
Are you serious?
No, I'm all right.
I mean, you guys all know it's
Don't say.
you know Santa Claus.
Don't.
You know
I
your mom's
really don't
tits?
understand that whole thing. Like, just so you guys know, it's fake. Like, literally everything you watch is fake except for sports. Like, everything's fake.
What about?
I actually,
what about,
I don't
Did you know
Sometimes-
What about
that
esports?
Darkest Dungeon isn't real?
Fact, it's real. I have a direct influence over it. It's real.
No, you don't. It's fake.
Stop.
People don't die when you kill them, but
Wait,
people do
okay,
die
this is-
when they are
this is-
killed.
This is too anime now.
Stop. Oh my god. Wait, that's what this is. Wrestling's just fucking real life anime.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh
That's
my
exactly
god,
what it
this is the biggest bunch of Japanese bullshit I've ever
Well, I
seen.
mean, if you think about the correlation between the two, the most popular anime that are usually around are things like Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball, One Piece, things that have a very few set of main characters who generally win most of their fights, who all rely on one or two super special moves that they only bring out at the last minute.
Yo.
Yeah. That's such a
There-
trope I hate about anime, though. That's why I can't watch it. It's just like, okay, he's gonna fucking unlock a power, or fucking push it, or he had something in his back pocket, or someone's gonna show up, and that's gonna rally them, and they're gonna fight together, and it was about friendship, or fucking panties, or whatever.
Man, there's plot armor in Western shows too. There's plenty of plot armor in Western shows.
I know,
Shout out to Walter White.
Yeah. There's, like, tropes and everything, but, like, anime, like, it's just so, like...
Wait, there are no plot armors, there is no plot device for Game of Thrones.
There's plenty of plot devices.
Oh, okay, there is plot armor for at least 3 characters.
No. They happen to get by, but there's no armor.
Okay,
It's like-
if Arya ever dies,
Maybe, like, plot
Stop.
leathers.
Don't even say that.
if she ever dies,
Could you imagine though? Like,
I would be so
Oh,
mad. I would
God.
be so mad.
Yeah, it's like... I
I'm
just want
mad
to see
right
a
now.
kid die on TV. That's what I want.
Yo, Arya looks like clean-shaven Brandon though.
You're just mad because
Yeah, what, Brandon?
I don't really know why you'd be.
Because you're a little girl.
Fuck
Well, that's
me.
an anime shit. You're just fucking smoothed out little girl. Oh, Christ. Alright, we gotta end this thing. We're getting off into a very, very Asian territory, and I'm not about to do that.
Thank God.
Even though I did it at the beginning of the episode, and also when Death was at the door. We're not gonna do any more Asian shit.
Your
Alright, so we gotta close this one
jokes
out.
are shit.
We need a hypothetical. Or who's got one? Anyone got one?
Okay,
All right,
okay, I
all
got
right,
one.
all right.
Oh.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, I got one. I got one.
okay,
Okay.
okay,
So,
we trust.
if you were a wrestler or an anime character,
Jesus.
what would your secret last minute ability be?
Oh, the one where you're losing?
Yeah, you're losing, but you got to win at the last second.
All right, Smatter go first.
Sure.
Oh no, Smiley gotta go last. He's not anime.
I'm not anime, you know. This is gonna be probably the most unfunny thing I've ever said.
Okay.
My power would be as an anime person, and I chose anime simply because I know more anime characters than wrestlers.
No way.
You know that's
Wow.
true. I hang out with weebs. Look. I'm looking at the mumble room, and I see weeb.
So you're looking at yourself 4 times? Wow.
No, I skipped over myself.
I don't know,
Wait, I
man.
didn't skip over myself. I said weeb 5 times. No! No!
Bodies.
I guess my power would be so like when I'm beaten in and near death, my ability will be to say something really funny and diffuse it, because that's a real life power.
That's what you do anyway.
That's my defense mechanism. I should have my ass kicked 10 times over. I just haven't.
I agree.
And my name would be like Hikarama.
Hikarama.
Yeah.
Hikarama, what you doing?
Here's a funny joke.
That is much less an anime name and much more similar to a vegetable.
Hikarama mushrooms.
I mean, that's basically all anime audience, right? It's just people on life support.
That's
Kakarot and
fucked
Vegeta.
You can't say that.
You fucking vegetable weeds. Fucking put you in warm water, make a fucking vegetable soup.
I assume I would have something very similar to Guy from Naruto. I would have gates or something like that, and I would be willing to kill myself to kill my opponent. I'm down.
You are a crazy bastard.
I mean, that's what you do in solo lane every day you stream.
I'm down.
This is not less anime. This is more just real life.
all right, you go. I'll go. I will have what Choji has. I have butterfly pills. Fuck it.
So your power is going to get skinny.
Hell yeah!
Oh my
So wait,
god.
what do they
And
call
wings.
you?
And wings.
Wait, this
What
is
do you
how
call me?
this is how fucking delusional you are.
Fat
Your
Fat
name
Voodoo.
is Fat. You're a huge dude. You love fucking anime, and you fucking escape by watching shows of people who get skinny and love and are powerful. That is
Hell
a fucking
yeah.
delusion. You are deep in the vegetable soup.
You know what?
Stoop.
Fine. Fine.
Vegetable
My
stew
power
kids
is.
afraid
I'll
to leave
change
his
it.
vegetable
I'll
stew.
change it. I'll change it.
Don't be
I'll-
fucking
I'll-
Naruto and fucking scarf down ramen either.
What?
Or fucking Scooby Doo and eat Scooby snacks.
What? Scooby Snacks is in a last.
That's
minute
white people
power?
anime.
It's a fucking reward.
No, Scooby Snacks. You tell Scooby, like, yo, you find these clues, bruh, I'm gonna hook you up. And then he finds the clues.
But that is a last minute power.
Like
No,
Zoink
it's because when they've
Scoob, they
exhausted
got the
most of their
Scooby
options, they're like,
snacks.
all right, we're gonna get the snacks out, bro.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. Okay,
Lord.
my super anime secret power is to actually be the person I'm fighting, like Shiro, and become Archer. And
No, see, your power
Wait,
would be push
become
your
the-
fucking glasses up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, push your
That's
glasses
true.
up and then
Wait,
fucking
actually, no,
rally, right?
I think if there were four of us, and out of the four of us, the villain is obviously DM, and if DM is the villain, then who out of the other three of us would be the main character?
Probably me, because I hate anime so much. I just don't want to be there, but I'm the most powerful because I'm
So
so
you're an
apathetic.
anti-hero. You're just
Yeah.
an anti-hero.
Yeah, man.
I don't think so. I think it would be Chris.
What?
I think Cyan would be main
It's just
character
fucking
next up.
push glasses
It's gonna
up,
be
rally.
a real short fucking manga.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking
'cause I-
volume
Doesn't,
one.
no,
yourself.
no. It doesn't matter. He
3v1
has the
cookie.
power. The power of love powers him up as he's about to die.
Oh my
Alice
god.
shows
Please.
up with the bird, and throws the bird at Cyan, and they fuse together.
There's like no greater power than love in fucking
Him and
anime.
Mitch just fuse and beat Brandon's ass.
Then Brandon tells everyone
Brandon
else
gets
on
the
his
bun.
villain team
Brandon
to go
gets the
get.
and they fuse together. And he's fucking dmbrandon.
Is that the
I
best
need
one you
sleep.
can come up with?
Wait. Hey, no animal human transmogrification, man. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's
Trigger.
what's up.
Everybody's triggered.
Also,
Hey, you
I was
guys
gonna
wanna see
say
a
Dust
picture
might
of my
be getting turned
dog?
on by that.
Everybody's triggered.
You guys want to see a picture of my dog?
No.
Come on, man.
Oh god. All right.
She's a good girl.
My God.
All right.
Hey,
that-
you save on daycare
No,
costs,
no,
though.
no. I can't let this continue any longer. I feel my dick shrinking and my waist growing. Like, this is fucking over.
Oh, fun fact: when I first heard Smatter over like Vent, like way back in WoW, I was
Oh, yeah, Vent.
convinced that he was like a fat neckbeard. And when I met him, he was like kind of skinny, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
No,
I'm
and
leaving.
I was fat then. I'm skinnier now. I was still fat then. I was King Tubbers.
Oh my lord.
King Tubbers.
Yeah, and then
That's
actually,
your,
and then the
that's your
next year,
anime name.
when we
King
played
Tubbers.
King Tubbers.
What's your superpower, King Tubbers?
I just like put my finger
I
on
get
my
skinny.
thumb in my mouth and inflate myself.
I was got
That's
that
what
that you
Shoji
put your
does.
fingers down
Oh
your
my
throat and you
God.
throw up all your tubbers.
Just just like dry heaving.
It's goop. It's just
You're not
goop.
even a character. You're a fucking Pokemon. Your name is Tubbers, and your fucking power is explosive vomit. Tubber.
Like, and it's also like I vomit like when I get too happy, or I get too angry, or I get too sad.
Any emotion just makes you throw up.
Any intense emotion. Just... Alright, that's it. We're done here today. So thank you all for watching the stream. You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at JuiceSmat, or Fats, you're at ZuFats, ZUFATS. Chris is at JuiceCyan, and DM
Don't
Brandon.
follow me.
Yeah, you probably already follow him. It's at JuiceDIEM.
Don't
Juice
follow
DM.
me. I hate you.
So we're gonna
Tweet at him. He loves those.
He loved getting tweeted at. So there may or may not be another episode next week because of PAX and everything, and I'm going out to dinner with my boyfriend's parents.
Oh boy.
Stop. I'm not gonna kiss them.
Vote for Bernie.
Oh yeah, vote for Bernie. Fuck Hillary. Anyone else got
No,
any last
thank
minute
you.
shout outs? Anything to plug?
Send us some T-shirts. I don't know who, but
Yeah, Hillary, do not send us t-shirts. I hate your fucking HR.
Bernie, send us some T-shirts.
Yeah, seriously, if you are in the fucking, you are a registered Democrat,
Trump,
you vote in
send
the
us some
primary,
T-shirts
please vote for
and
Bernie.
money. Trump, give me a small loan of $1 million.
Alright, so we'll figure out what's happening next week. We may or may not release an episode early, record something earlier in the week, so stay tuned. Every time I've said that, we've never done it, but still. So thank you all for watching. This has been super fun, and peace out. Good night.